This is definitely what I think it is. This marks the start of today's video. Today I'm going to be reading Love Interest by Gilmore, which I just ordered online because this week I'm going to be reading Haley Pham's 5-star reads. A few months ago I read Destiny's 5-star reads and I felt like Haley was the next best bet for me, so today we're going to be reading her 5-star reads. I'm literally so excited to get into this book. The cover is so freaking cute. 55 pages in, I have some updates. I am not a huge fan of the writing style so far. I feel like our main character, her inner monologue, it's just icking me out for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I really could not tell you why. Hopefully, like, I can get over it. Again, I'm only 50 pages in, girl. Not much has happened. But what has happened is our main character, Casey, applied for this job to work as the head of Bite the Hand, which is sort of like a digital magazine. The book starts off with her going to work to find out the news of if she got the job or not. Surprise, surprise, she didn't. Boom. Nepo baby takes her job. Alex, who is very handsome, half Korean, ended up getting her position, but his dad is also super high up in the company, and so that immediately forms a rift between the two of them. Casey was offered sort of like a lower position in Bite the Hand, which she took because it was a good opportunity for her, and it was also leading to more opportunities in the future of her working abroad, which was interesting. But the tensions are definitely high between Casey and Alex, but it seems like Alex is really trying his best to get on Casey's good side, but I'm not really sure if getting on Casey's good side is because he's trying to be a good boss or if he's trying to acquire a date with her. I don't really know. I feel like she has a good little friend group. I'm not super invested in any storyline yet. I'm also just like sort of patiently waiting for things to like amp up a little bit plot wise and romance wise. So I'm like super early into it, but I just feel like it isn't giving me that 5-star feeling at all. I'm sorry, Haley. I'm so sorry, but it just isn't. I hope I can read to like maybe till page 100 and maybe things will turn around. But for right now, I'm not like totally in love with this book. It's just like a book I'm reading. Anyways, I also thought this would be summer vibes, but it takes place in September, so I'm kind of like, Okay, I think I'm gonna hop into Love Interest for un petit peu, see how it goes. I think if I like sit down and force myself to read it, it will grow on me, but sometimes it's just like when you read a new book, especially like an author you've never read before, it's hard to get over that initial like hump of like, I don't know if this is gonna be good. We're gonna see how that goes. I'm probably gonna take a little breaky poo and then read some more. Okay, I'm in the car. I do have a headache, but it's fine. I am in the midst of Love Interest, as we know, but I figure let's hit the library and pick up the next book in this video just for shits and giggles. I think I just want to get it like over and done with and like have the books in my vicinity. Okay, let's head over. Okay, update. The car, she's not doing so hot. So I ended up asking my mom for a ride to the library, and I was so frazzle-dazzled by the car being messed up that I didn't vlog. Apologies. But I picked up Final Girls by Riley Sager. Girl, who was working this day? This is like really texturally like a nightmare for me, so. And then also, it's large print. I am a lover of large print. I'm actually so excited for this. Except for like whenever it's large print, it's always like 500 pages. But it's cool. It's cool. I made it to page 124 of Love Interest this morning, and me and my brother are gonna run to the coffee shop and do some reading there for the vibes. And honestly, I'm still on the fence about this book. I recently like read, I think the acknowledgements at the back when I was like checking the page count. She said it was her first release, and it's kind of bad when you hear that and you think, oh, that makes sense. Generally, like the tone is she's kind of like telling me instead of showing me. That's exactly what it is. She's telling me and she's not showing me. Anyways, okay, let's go. We're on chapter 14.
We're on chapter 14.
Just kidding. This is all a lie. I just finished like the craziest workout of life. Took a little shower. Now I'm like, I literally just need to sit down. My cold tea from this morning. Hell yeah. I am really liking all the fundamental elements of this book. I just don't think I'm loving the execution. I mean, also some things were like, oh my god, like you gotta be kidding me. Like there was a one bed trope. So far we've gotten like a lot of insight into our male main character, which I'm really loving. Lots of background on his family and his trauma. And we still don't know like anything about Casey. I feel like everything we've been introduced so far has kind of been surface level, other than like maybe one plot point about like a major death she had in her life. That's kind of how they bonded together. But we haven't really gone in depth of like how it's affected her. I feel like Casey is not a well-developed character at the moment, and I cannot really find anything to relate to her on. So that's like one of the biggest struggles I'm having with this book. And then aside from that, just the writing style is not my cup of tea, but I've said that like a million times. I'm gonna sit down, read a couple more pages of love interest, and hopefully things can turn around. Maybe we'll learn more about Casey. We're gonna see what happens. So let's get started. I've got like 60 pages left. I feel like potentially if I wasn't reading this for a video, I might have already DNF'd it. I know that sounds super bad, but I just don't think me and Claire Gilmore's writing really mesh all that well. And I'm also just like not invested. But I'm excited to see what the ending has in store. We've opened up another conflict, but it's still like kind of shallow, and it seems like we know what's gonna happen because the character's been saying over and over and over again, this is what I want to do, and I feel like they should do it and not do it because of Guy. Anyways, I'm gonna read this, I'm gonna finish it, and I'm gonna let you know. Okay, the last 60 pages were worse than the rest of the book. I don't know. A third act conflict was so stupid. They literally threw it in there. You're like 250 pages in and she's still like, I can't trust him. And then be like, I love you. I hope you make me love you enough so I can trust you. Dog, you're not even dating at this point. You're just a situationship. I'm just not a big fan of situationships, and that's what this is. I like skimmed the epilogue, did not care. And then the end of the book, we like rapid fired a bunch of stuff with all her friends, and I was just like so uninterested, and I was like, okay, we get it, they love you, we get it. Honestly, I am so scared I'm gonna be in a book slump after this, so I think today I'm like immediately gonna pick up Final Girls and try to redeem myself in this video a little bit, because I don't want to be too negative about this book, but I didn't like it, so whatever. Okay, let me grab Final Girls and we're gonna start that up. I've actually read I think 2 or 3 other Riley Sager books. I really enjoy his thrillers. Wait, what did I read by him? I read Lock Every Door, The House Across the Lake, and the one where she's like in the car the whole time. I read a thriller last week. It was Final Girls, and I absolutely loved it. So I think I'm just like in a thriller mood, and like it's not often that I go like back to back from one book to the next, but I genuinely feel like I am in desperate need of a good book right now. I've had quite the readathon this morning. It's been like 3 hours. I'm on page 370 of Final Girls. I keep wanting to say 5 Survive. It's just they both start with F. It's, yeah, whatever. Page 370, things are going good. I also have not even talked to you guys about what the book is about or what's on it, so let me get into that. So first and foremost, it's a past and present timeline, and we're following our main character Quincy, who is a final girl of like a horrific mass murder event, and she's been labeled a final girl along with 2 other women that she's in contact with. So Quincy has this like kind of perfect life. She's living with her boyfriend full time. She has a baking career. She seemingly moved on from the Pinewood cabin cottage murders. where 10 years previously she went to a cabin with her friends and they all ended up dead and she was the only one who survived. Since then she's kind of like moved on from it, but it doesn't seem like she's fully healed. And then in comes our first conflict, is one of the final girls killed herself. But we're all confused about it because she was the one who was like doing motivational speeches and contacting the other girls, making them feel comfortable with being final girls, learning and like moving through her trauma. Like she seemed like she was all about healing and becoming a better person, and then suddenly she's unalived herself. And so that was the first conflict, and from that, Quincy is introduced to Sam, the third final girl, and Quincy's sort of spark of a friendship, and then from there, we're following Quincy now with Sam, the other final girl, and their relationship, and then we're also going to the past 10 years, and we're following the Pine Cottage, yeah, okay. Pine Cottage. Like 370 pages in. Stuff is going down. It's always so hard to talk about thrillers without giving spoilers, but I'm just gonna say things are going down. The beginning was pretty slow, but I think the past and present timelines really picks up the pace of this book, because then whenever it gets into a little lull, then we can go back 10 years and talk about the craziness of the Pine Cottage murders. I'm enjoying it. It's giving a similar vibe to Lock Every Door, which sort of had a slower start. I'm hoping soon by this point we can get more into the craziness that is Riley Sager's thrillers, but I feel like we've had a very solid startup foundation, sort of patiently waiting for it to get good and juicy, and it just hasn't yet, so I'm like still waiting, but it does read really easy and really well. Is this good lighting? I got an iced vanilla chai. It's a 10 out of 10. Okay, we went home because the sun was going down, but it's the final stretch. We're gonna finish Final Girls. Let's get reading. Okay, let's chat Haley Pham's 5-star reads and what I'm rating them. First things first, we're gonna start off with Love Interest, and my final rating for Love Interest is gonna be a 2-star. Big apologies to Haley and everyone who likes this book. This is just my opinion. I unfortunately did not love this book. As you could probably tell as I was reading it in the video, like from the start, I was just kind of icked out about it. Very clearly, this is a 2-star read for me. Yeah. Next up, we have Final Girls by Riley Sager. I think I'm gonna rate this a 3.75 star. I don't think it made it to the 4-star mark, just simply because I felt like it was more of a mystery than it was a thriller, which I was expecting thriller. I was expecting scary, oh my god, but it was just like mystery. And then since this is a thriller, I'm gonna do my plot twist ability rating as well, which I think the plot twist ability in this one is like a 4 out of 5. I didn't see the plot twist coming at all. Both of them, I didn't see them coming at all, but they weren't a 5 because they felt a little lackluster. Like it was like, oh, okay, that's fine. I wasn't like jaw on the floor, but it was to the character, I felt like a very jarring thing to I can't say that. But in the whole scheme of the whole book, I was just like, yeah, okay. Anyways, I feel like this wasn't the most successful reading 5-star reads video, but I still had a ton of fun reading Final Girls by Riley Sager, and even I had a ton of fun ranting about Love Interest, so it all works out. The other day, I actually went to Walmart and I saw Just Friends by Haley Pham, and I think I'm gonna pick it up and read it. But here's the thing, I don't want to read it on my channel because I feel like there's so much discourse online about how awful the book is, but every time I see like someone's argument, it's like, hey guys, have you ever heard of a first-time author? Like, not everything is gonna be perfect. Haven't you heard? Like, this is our first time trying things. Can we not roast women for trying something new and taking a few attempts to get amazing at it? Like, I just don't know what y'all were expecting. It's her first book ever. Anyways, I'm saying that now, knowing nothing about the book this far. And it's like the same with love interest. Like, this is her first release. I can't be mad at her. She's trying something new. It takes like a big leap of faith to try a new hobby and put yourself out there. And obviously there's going to be criticism. But in my mind, I'm just like, there's no point in critiquing someone's first attempt at something. Like, haven't y'all ever failed before? Like, I fail so often the first go around. And it's embarrassing, but like, you still gotta do what you love and figure out what you like in life. And that's why I'm so frustrated. I'm sure Haley's book is fine. I don't know. I'm so on the fence about it. Okay. Rambling over. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you need to do. And with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. I post every Sunday. Bye guys.